Hey there, I'm Trevor Houston, the creator of the Who You Know Summit, and I'd like to welcome you to the Who You Know Job Networking Show.
On our program, we'd like to show you a job search like you've never seen.
Everything from getting noticed by employers, how to properly format your resume, and how to network effectively using LinkedIn to drive recruiters to your profile.
We even take suggestions from our amazing community.
So if you want to learn all things job search, go ahead and subscribe now.
Focus! It's all about the job search. So if you want to learn how to land that next success, you heard them. All you got to do is subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on a thing. Welcome to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but
Who you know?
Mark,
who you know? Wave your hands in the air, throw them around like you just don't care. Yeah. Who you know can make all the difference in your job search. We're super excited. We got an amazing show for you today. We got two very special guests. We got the pink chair out, so you know that's good, right? We also have a very special guest online with us, Yonason Goldson, and we're going to keep some intrigue for our pink special guest behind the scenes. We're going to keep some intrigue, so definitely make sure you stay tuned for that. Guys, let's go to the audience real quick and see who we got with us. Who is tuning in? Let's see, John Ballard. Who do you got over there?
John Ballard. Got Chris Purnell, the Colonel.
Yeah, Bill
and
Gallup,
Meg
what's
Rose,
good? Philip
our
Austin.
Hype lady, Meg Rose, MRQ.
Yes, Meg Rose, the hype lady, Chris Cornell. Who else we got up in here?
We got Carmilla. Yep, Carmilla Butcher. I'm just going to say the last name Butcher, looks like. Esther Chacon, thank you. Esther, you're always with us. Janice Downey. Hey, Janice. Janice, hope you're doing great.
You located?
And Chandra Thompson.
Yeah,
Thompson?
Kelly Snyder,
Thomas.
and let's see, Janice, how are you? Man, we got Esther, we got Betty, we got all this great folks in here.
You
guys, if you're tuning in right now, I
attention.
want you to do me a favor. Rep your city, right? Let us know where you're tuning in from, because we get people from all over the country, sometimes
Trevor,
other countries.
Kelly Snyder's got 2 jobs that she's hyping.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, right here.
Nice.
You guys check out. Connect with Kelly Snyder. She's a recruiter. You know my thumb's going to go up on that one.
Hey, there you go. So a couple of things, guys. We do have companies. We got recruiters. We got companies that are showing up. So if you're in any way, shape, or form here to support the network of job seekers, here's what I'd like you to do. Put #NowHiring. I don't care if you're a coach, a recruiter, if you're a company, maybe you're an influencer that's trying to impact people. If you're here to support, I want to hear from you. Put #NowHiring in the comments so they can connect with you and start to network. If you're a first time, I want to hear from you. Do we have any first timers in the house?
Oh, yeah.
First timers, sound off in the comments. Just put #first time and then alumni. So if you've graduated, you landed, you're back to work, right? And you're a Who You Know alumni, we want to hear from you. So I know we have a few of those. Meg Rose says #NowHiring. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we need to check out Meg Rose's company.
We got Steve Main, and he's from Farmers Branch.
Brenda.
We got Doug Ellerbrock, our Chicago Bears fan.
Doug
Ellerbrock. Yep. You and Lori Oken and some of the others up there.
Yeah. So sound off in the comments, guys. We'd love to give you a quick shout out. Let's see. Meg Rose is also an alumni. We appreciate you. So, guys, why it's important, we want to kind of identify who's who in this group, right? We get a lot of people from a lot of different places. But the whole purpose of this is for you to be able to network in those comments. And if you can identify who's who, why you're here, we just want to know why you're here. Why are you tuning in to Who You Know show, right? Are you hiring? Are you seeking right now? If you're seeking employment, I want you to put in a hashtag and what you're searching for. So you can put hashtag, project management or, accounting and finance, whatever it is that you're searching for. Go ahead and put that in the comments as well.
We also want you to pay it forward. Right.
Correct.
So just like Trevor had mentioned, Meg Rose is Who You Know alumni. She came through the network, got landed. Now she is back. And she's not even a recruiter. No. Right? She's not even a recruiter, but she is paying it forward, looking at helping,
she helped a lot of
making an impact, right? Serving the community. That's what we love doing. And just don't forget when you get landed to pay it forward.
Yeah.
Right? Your company's probably still hiring for other positions. Stay plugged into the network.
Hey, and you know what? Hold up. Let's talk about something real quick.
Get it.
So this may be a little bit of the tip of the week. I might steal some thunder, but hold on. So, employee referral bonus program. So wait a minute. So you get landed, right? You're now a Who You Know alumni, and you've got this source that now you can refer people into your company and get paid? An employee referral bonus program? So when you go get landed, I want you to ask them. That'd be one of the first things I ask is, hey, do y'all have an employee referral bonus program? Because I'm about to refer a whole bunch of people to you, right?
Right.
So we need that pay it forward attitude, and you may get paid to pay it forward.
And if you are an HR or recruiting specifically professional, what a great sourcing tool right here. This network is chock full of people, great qualified candidates, and most of them are higher level, higher tier employees that you would want at your company.
Yeah, you need
I've got
these
an
people.
observation.
What's that?
You know, you recruiters, probably you guys are spending all this money on recruiting tools and stuff. When you post a job, probably 60 to 70, maybe even 75% of the people that respond to your postings are out of the network.
Yeah. And most of the people that get landed are through a referral anyway.
Yeah.
So you're spending all that money on all these tools that don't mean a thing.
Money. and we're here. You talk to me about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they just need to pay us. Write us a check. We'll do the sourcing for you. Come sponsor the Who You Know Job Networking Show, and we'll make it happen.
That's right.
We're getting people back to work. That's what I'm talking about.
Is huge. When we say huge, you guys don't understand what we're talking about when we say this network is huge.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah. All right, so that's awesome. Hey, we always like to bless the show with a prayer for the listeners. Foster, will you do the honors?
I would love to. If you guys would bow with me, if you will. Father God, we thank you for another day. We thank you for another opportunity to have another show and share. And we thank you for our guests that are on the show today. They're going to add a lot of value. And we thank you for the people that tune in with us each week. And we're asking for that job that you have for us. Of course, we want it expeditiously, but we want it on your time, Father. Help us and show us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Okay, are y'all ready? We got like 20
Spitfire landings.
Oh, we got
today.
So many landings, y'all. I think we got over 21?
Yeah,
21
I got 21 on my list.
21.
It beats our record last couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah. So you got 21. I've got like 14, 15 over here. There's probably some bleed over, but we got a bunch of landings, y'all. So get your hands ready on LinkedIn.
Just start clapping and just keep on going.
Your hands
slow
are
clap.
Be so
slow clap. Slow clap.
Donuts.
Yeah. And get your donuts on your emojis ready.
That's right.
All
So
right.
you want here? I'll go from the bottom of my list. That way, maybe we won't
Start
run
from
into
the bottom
overlap.
now I'm here?
Yep.
Okay.
So I've got Jennifer Knowles.
Hey,
Congratulations,
Jennifer Knowles.
Michael Hancock.
Great
job, Michael Hancock. Sam Kirkendall.
Sam
the man.
Yep. Kristen Wadello. Hopefully I said that right.
Kristen Wadello.
Wadello. That's probably
really?
it.
It's like Wadello.
You know this one real close. Geneva Watson.
Geneva Watson.
Yep,
Hey, Geneva.
Todd Baumgartner. Todd, congratulations. Amber Nair, who had come through the network before.
Amber Nair
has gone to a new job. Michael Johnston.
Oh,
Michael Johnston.
Really? Michael Johnston, the man. 50 grand.
Jamie Cheek. Lauren Key. We know this one too. Melissa Sutherland.
Sutherland.
Michelle Trueblood Freeman.
Oh my gosh, all these landings.
Michelle got a job.
Michelle, you didn't tell me nothing.
Janie Stacy. Congratulations. Rob Bedell.
Wow.
Susan Moreland and Ellen O'Brien. I think we might have mentioned them last week, but congratulations.
Yes,
again.
congratulations.
Congratulations to you both, and I'll let you take over.
All right, I got some too. I don't know if we got bleed over because you said so many names. Daniel Berger.
Daniel
Berger.
Daniel Berger,
Daniel
congratulations.
is on right now. Hey, Daniel, congratulations.
Daniel, congrats, my man. Rebecca Zetz. Rebecca Zetz. We got Bruce Melvin in the house. Bruce
Melvin.
That's my Uncle Bruce. Go, man, go.
I think he got donut holes. Got a contract job.
I'm calling you.
We got Neil Anson.
Neil. Congratulations, Neil.
Neil got a good IT leadership job.
Oh, did he? Good.
Yeah.
We got Joe Amadio.
Oh, yeah. Amadio, I think.
Amadio.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. We got Angelica Gray-Bill.
Angelica Gray-Bill's a recruiter.
Job,
we like you, Angelica.
Yeah.
Angelica.
Kathleen Gatsby.
And Kathleen is CHRO of TGI Fridays.
What?
Beat that.
CHRO, she's the chief.
Yeah. We got Kelly Copeland in the house.
Kelly Copeland down in Austin. Go, Kelly.
Robert Presley.
All right.
And you know, Kelly got a job at PayPal.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lauren Bach.
Lauren Bach, congratulations, Lauren.
That's how I say her name all the time. Lauren's an old friend of mine.
And Bernie Threadgill.
Bernie Threadgill.
Bernie Threadgill, yes.
Woo! And Bernie is with Thomas Edwards Group.
Yep, Thomas Edwards.
He's with someone else now.
Wow.
One more.
Oh.
David Olenek.
David
Olenek.
New York Life.
Him on here.
New York Life.
All right, David.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Guys.
Fort Worth.
Yep, Fort Worth, I think.
That is the most we've ever had on this show.
Oh, my goodness.
And I bet we're going to break that record.
Can we get a freaking round of applause for that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Major round of applause. I mean, it just goes to show you, too, like we're still in the pandemic. We're at the height, right, of cases spiking. But people are hiring. It's the holidays. People are like, the holidays, I'm just going to take off.
Yeah, but wait.
Like,
I'm not going to, because they're not hiring right now.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Do not do that. Don't slow down during the holidays because a lot of other people do, and that's more opportunity for you. That rhymes.
Ooh, I like
COVID brought a difference, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they got to bring all these people back. Right, they let them go, but they're not. The company's not just they didn't close.
Right,
they got to bring them back.
Yeah.
They're just figuring things out, and in the meantime, they let a bunch of people go. In the meantime,
so if you are still looking, let this be an inspiration. That's why we do this. We want it to be an inspiration to you.
Yeah.
Reach out to them too. See what they did that was successful.
Yeah,
right?
Guys, the Maximize Your Job Search program since March has placed 100 people.
Woo!
100 people. No, 98. We're thinking we're going to hit 100 this week.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey, shout out Andy Cook. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's great.
Andy Cook is the coach.
Hey, Mark, you got the job seeker tip of the week.
All
what
right,
you got
tip of the week,
man?
differentiation. Differentiation, right? Like making videos. We talk about that. Like standing out, networking, things like that. So what are we going into? We're going into the holidays, right? Whatever your faith, creed, whatever that is. Most of us celebrate during this time. And so for us, it's Christmas. And what do you get during Christmas?
Presents.
More
Christmas presents. It's not going to take a lot of money. Get a little box, right, with just a little thin box with some, padding on the inside. Put a nice copy of your resume in that. Put in some, I don't know, maybe some of those peppermint chocolates or whatever, something like that. Wrap it and send that to the recruiter that you're trying to get in touch with, right, or trying to get engaged with. So you think that will stand out?
Heck yeah.
Nobody else is doing that. Ain't nobody else going to do that.
Like, I'm the gift you've been waiting for.
That's right.
Okay, I'm that purple squirrel you've been looking for.
Gift wrap your resume. Gift wrap yourself for the.
Wow, we're getting creative with this job search.
Hey, you have to.
Yeah,
Susie Martin, I remember she did the same thing. Susie Martin had like a little gift basket, or it was a treat basket.
Yeah.
Had all kinds of treats and stuff in it, and inside
That sounds like
the USB
little flash drive with her
information.
Yep, and she had a bunch of them stuffed in there, and resume paper
That's
there, and like
wow,
it was crazy. But it was like a treats, and she took it in. Look, hey, that's your Trojan horse. You got to get in the company somehow.
That's right.
Get seen.
Yeah.
So yeah, love it.
Yeah, couple bucks.
Yeah.
Few bucks.
Yeah.
If you got 10 recruiters, that you're trying to get in with, there you go. Set yourself apart.
Yeah, I like that. That's great. That's great.
Don't put those chocolate chip cookies in there, guys, because the chocolate gets all over the resume and stuff.
All right, guys, we got to go to a quick break. But before we do, hold on. One more round of applause for that big crew.
Oh, man.
Woo! That was, man, we had them all.
Congratulations, everyone.
And Carol Fabry up in Colorado. Hi.
Oh, Carol.
I didn't forget.
All right, guys, we're going to go to a quick break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we got Yonason Goldson in the house.
Hey, Trevor Houston here, and if you're looking for connections to opportunities, free seminars and workshops, to the knowledge and tools you need, and individualized one-on-one coaching for solid plans and solutions, Career and Financial Services is here for you, with a holistic approach to educate, empower, and guide you to achieve your desired future. Call today to learn more about how the coaches can assist you to reach your career and financial success.
How are you spending extra time at home? Perfecting kitchen skills? Learning a new language? What about your education? At Waldorf University, we're offering 25% off your first online course. It's your time. It's your future. Start today.
Hi, I'm Edmundo Montoya. Thanks for visiting my LinkedIn video. I'm a production manager in performing arts and events, going on 13 years in the industry. My success in production management is driven by organizing high-value projects with the main goal of delivering an exceptional experience. Not only do I manage the moving parts of an event, but I also make a concerted effort to ensure that clients, talent, audience, and other stakeholders come away feeling positive and well-served. I've had the privilege of working with a diverse number of organizations that vary in size and scope, from educational to major institutions in performing arts to large corporations. I take great pride in my work and would welcome an opportunity to connect with others that do the same. Follow the link here from my page and let's connect. I'll talk to you soon.
Welcome back to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but
Who you know? Who y'all know?
Who y'all know can make all the difference in your job search. We're back, and we've got a very special guest with us online. He's all the way from St. Louis. We've got Yonason Goldson, and let me read his bio real quick. He's the director of Ethical Imperatives LLC, working with leaders to create a culture of ethics that builds trust, sparks initiative, and inspires passion. He's a keynote and TEDx speaker, trainer, coach, a community rabbi, as well as a repentant hitchhiker.
World story.
And don't forget Ethics Ninja.
Oh, Ethics Ninja,
like
world
that.
traveler, a former newspaper columnist, retired high school teacher, and he's all the way from St. Louis. So welcome, everybody. Yonason to the house.
Hey, Yonason.
All right, Yonason.
And I'm only 25 years old.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
I love that, man. Okay, so I just got to know. Hold up. Repentant hitchhiker. Tell me about that. I just got to know. Talk to me.
For some reason, everybody wants to hear about that.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a movie.
You know, when
Forrest
we were
Gump.
young, we most of us did things that, in hindsight, maybe were not so wise. And I graduated from college with a degree in English. That also might not have been so wise. What was I going to do with a degree? I went hitchhiking cross country for about half a year. Then crossed the Atlantic, went backpacking across Europe for about half a year. And I happened up in Israel.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's where I connected with my Jewish roots.
Wow.
Changed the whole direction of my life. I lived there for 9 years, met my wife, had our first 2 kids, became an Orthodox rabbi, and then embarked on my career teaching high school for 23 years. 1 year in Budapest, Hungary, 2 years in Atlanta, Georgia, and 20 years in St. Louis, where I am now. And I retired in 2016, and that's when I started my speaking and consulting business, teaching professionals and business leaders why good ethics is good business.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So you're an author, a speaker, an instructor, TEDx speaker. So you kind of done it all.
Hitchhiker,
Let me ask you this. Were you ever afraid to speak? Like, was there ever a position or time in your life where you had a fear of it? Or did this just come naturally for you and you're just crushing it the whole time?
It's actually quite interesting. It's remarkable how many speakers are introverts. You know, if you put me in a cocktail party, I want to slide under the table and disappear. Put me on a stage in front of 1,000 people, I'm fine.
Whoo.
Wow.
Why is that? Tell me.
I don't know what it is. It's the structure. It's the sort of familiarity or the sense of I know what I'm doing. If you get up on stage and you don't know what you're going to say, you got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a message and you have some articulation, it's a buzz. I mean, when you can communicate, I mean, when you communicate information to people that's useful to them and they engage you and they come away with something, there is no greater feeling than that.
That is true.
And so part of it, because I've been in performing arts for a long time, so I really don't have a big fear of
you were Peter
speaking
Pan, right?
in large groups. I was Rufio.
Wow.
Rufio.
Well,
Dang.
but I think for Trevor, to your question, I think a lot of it is too, and maybe you can affirm this, is that it's much less personal when you're up in front of a large crowd versus just right in somebody's face, right? So there's a lot less judgment that you get, I think, from that.
You know what's funny is like small crowds, like if it was, let's say, 15 people up close and personal right? That can actually be intimidating more than 1,000 people,
yeah, very
right?
much, yep.
1,000 is just like a sea, and there's an energy to it, but like 15 will pick you apart.
Right.
15 people will pick you apart.
Me. That's
keep in mind, I walked into a room full of teenagers 6 times a day for 23 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll sharpen you up real quick.
Man, Yonason, I want to hide under the table. You know, some of these groups I have used to have pre-COVID 300, 400, 500 people, and I want to go hide.
Well, that's because you're good. You bring in value.
And Trevor's got a story. He doesn't have time to tell it.
Oh.
But Trevor, boy, do we have a Trevor story.
Well, that's why I was curious if if you'd had a fear, because it's the #1 fear in the world people have is public speaking, and you obviously do that very, very well. So, okay, you're also an author. When's the first time that you wrote a book? Because you've written many books, correct?
Yeah, I've got my 6th book just came out last month.
6 books.
Wow.
Or 6th published book. I've got a few that haven't published yet.
Right,
Oh, his book's got books.
right.
That's right.
He's got baby books. Wow. Okay, when was the first time you wrote a book?
Oh gosh, and the first published book was, I think, 2010.
Okay.
That was I was teaching Jewish high school and Jewish history. So after a while, my curriculum just turned into a book. So I ended up with 500 pages on Jewish history and philosophy.
Okay.
Not something I used terribly much in my professional career. But what I have done is taken that accumulated wisdom of 3,000 years and applied it to our personal professional lives, because we have all of these brilliant figures in history and tradition that figured things out long before we came along. And what we have to do is we have to update the language. We have to translate their ancient wisdom into the modern world. And that's what I try to bring to the marketplace.
I like that. That's powerful, because we've talked about that before. That's similar to what Pastor Joel does. You're just taking some proven methodologies and just translating it into the modern world. So I love that.
Life application for 2020.
Yeah, and that's really where the whole idea of ethics comes from, because ethics means looking beyond ourselves, recognizing the impact that our actions have on the world around us. So it's a very simple formula, because ethics builds trust. Trust inspires loyalty. Loyalty generates passion, and passion drives productivity. So if you create a culture of ethics, you are automatically going to be successful in your relationships, your family, your community, and your work.
Yeah,
there's a mic.
Get some mics ready. Oh, he broke it.
He broke
the mic.
There you go. I forgot to give them their mics. There you go.
Yeah.
I had to break that one. Yahtzee. So, so okay, say it again. You had a formula there. You said ethics builds trust. Yeah, right. Trust builds relationships.
Trust inspires loyalty.
Okay. Right. Keep going.
Loyalty generates passion. And passion drives productivity.
Drives productivity. The ching, right? We're always looking for that dollar, dollar bill, right? So that's the end result, right? With ethics, is if you have a good ethical business, the rest is going to follow. So I like that. And I mean, it's just really do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
And a lot of times,
it's integrity.
Ching is the smallest part of all of that.
Well, it's the natural outcome.
It is.
And we live in a culture that tries to convince us that we have to choose between being good and being successful. And that's a poisonous misconception.
Thank you,
because
Yonason.
Everything is about relationships.
That's another one.
Thank you, Yonason.
Another one.
I got to get one in on that.
You got to get one on that?
I don't want to throw my...
Yeah, you don't have to choose. That was weak, Pastor.
That was a good one.
No, you don't have to choose between, an ethical business and a profitable business, right? I think that's a problem that people are like, oh, well, I got to be shiesty to get.
20 years I've been juggling that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think our nature, right? Part of our human nature is, what can I get away with? Yeah. What corners can I cut in order to get ahead?
Well, I think nowadays, just throw this out there, it's kind of like this world is so, you got so many things in front of you. I mean, you're on camera all the time. It's got to be pretty tough, actually. It's probably harder to be unethical and be good at it Like, you got to be really good to get away with stuff nowadays. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
like, you got to be really, really good because you're always, on film, on camera, every corner you go to, it doesn't matter, right? And so I think authenticity always wins. If you're authentic and you're genuine and you have good code of ethics, right, you're going to win, right?
And that's a great point, Trevor. And it baffles me that you hear again and again these scandals of people who do such incredibly stupid things on camera.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, haven't you figured out by now that somebody's always watching, somebody's always recording?
Yep.
And it's just self-interest and self-preservation.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, well, and you're in an area, right? St. Louis that has dealt with that, right? With the police and all of that. So you've probably seen a lot of that.
And it's all over.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I did too much stupid stuff when I was a kid to even attempt some stupid stuff now.
Even at this age.
Yeah.
So ethics, I have a question. Ethics and integrity, the same or slightly different in scope?
It's interesting. The word integrity comes from the word integer. And what's integer? It's something that's whole. And so you can't have integrity part-time. You can't have integrity at work or at home, or at home and not at work. It's a package deal. And it goes back to what we were just talking about. We're always being watched. There's always someone who's
Sometimes
paying attention to what we're
feel
doing.
like somebody's watching me.
Keep your day job.
No?
Yeah, day job.
You don't like that?
Day job. It's a good song, but day
That's
job.
good.
Yeah, you need to literally drop your mic because that was not good. No?
It was a good idea.
Come on, y'all know that song.
Okay.
Y'all know that song.
Who sang that?
I don't know.
Well, that's a great.
Because that's back in my time.
That's a great point, though. I mean, I like that relating that to whole, right? Full time. You have to be wholly on board with the ethics, right? With the idea of being ethical, because that's it. Like if you're ethical part of the time and not the rest, or the other part of the time, like you really aren't ethical because it's about doing what's right.
It's about doing what's right.
And if you're a boss and you want your people to be committed to your vision and to your mission, then you better show them that you're setting standards for yourself. And if you're an employee and you want to be recognized and appreciated, then you have to be on board with the mission of the company that you join and commit yourself to it. And one part of it's not going to work without the other. If there isn't a sense of partnership, then you're not going to have a successful enterprise. And partnership only happens when each party respects and appreciates the other and the contribution that they're making together.
So I like that. I'm curious because, all right, so you're in the business of helping train, companies and stuff like that, right? This ethics formula, is that a tough gig? Because I'm just picturing as a company to admit that you have a problem, I guess, with ethics, and to come seek out guidance from a guy like you. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I could be completely off base, and maybe is it a tough deal?
It can be a tough sell. As another speaker in the industry said to me, people think either they don't need it or it's too late.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And that's a problem. The idea is if you recognize that situations are complicated. I mean, we've got this horrible expression in business called soft skills. And it's a horrible expression because it goes, again, to the core of relationship. And so if we deal with situations are complicated. Ethics is not about what's right and wrong. Ethics is about choices and priorities between what's right and right or what's wrong and wrong. And that can be very tricky and messy and complicated and difficult. And it requires a mindset. That's why in my book, it's called Grappling with the Gray, because you're dealing with the gray areas and we're dealing with our gray matter.
There you go.
And the idea is to train ourselves to have a mindset where we don't look at things in black and white. Where we're not saying it has to be either this way or that way, but rather let's work with the nuances and the complexity and see both sides. If you don't see both sides of an issue, you can't possibly get to anything that resembles an equitable solution.
Yeah.
And there has to be a willingness to compromise and to accept that people can't always get what they want and often don't. And when parties approach it with that mindset, it means we're working together to solve our problems in a way that is going to do the best it can for all of us together.
Yeah, I like that. I like working in the gray areas, because those gray areas will get you in trouble, right?
Oh, yeah.
Those gray areas
That's most of life.
Yeah, where you don't know, you're kind of like, I don't know, so I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to, it's a little gray, so I'm just going to.
So Yonason,
do it anyway.
That integrity becomes part of that psyche, and you take it throughout life, and you apply it to everything that you're doing. Sounds like.
Yep.
Sure.
Right.
And it means that I have an awareness of how my actions are impacting those around me, and I'm committed to taking responsibility for that.
Right.
Okay, so I got a question for you. So you've written a lot of books. Have you ever had a book where you feature anybody in your books? Have you ever, done any interviews? You featured anybody in any of your books?
No, not in my books. I've been featured more than I feature. I've been doing the podcast circuit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you've been featured in some books. Okay. All right. I'm going to flip the question then. Whenever somebody reaches out to you to offer you a feature, like, hey, I want to feature you in my book or on my podcast or whatever, right? How do you feel? Are you does it make you feel pretty excited? Are you pretty willing to do it? Or do you resist those? Are you like a resistor to that?
No, I think that we are here for service. And service doesn't mean that we can't make a living. We have a service economy. But it's one of the great things that social media and in particular LinkedIn provides, is the opportunity to share our ideas and share our insights and provide wisdom for others. And if I can contribute to spreading positive wisdom that's going to help people in their businesses and their lives, I want to do that to the extent that I can.
Love it. Yeah, that's exactly right. So what you're saying is like somebody reaches out to you, hey, Yonason, I'm writing a book right now. I'd love to feature you, your expertise, everything that you've been doing. I think it's amazing. I'd love to maybe grab 30 minutes of your time, if that'd be okay, so I can transcribe my notes and all that kind of stuff. You'd give them 30 minutes of your time. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about this before we started recording, that the demands on our time are just endless.
Right.
Yes.
But there's a saying: if you want to get something done, ask somebody who has no time.
So okay, I like what you're saying. So if I went out and I said, hey, Yonason, I'd like to can I just pick your brain? You laugh, right?
Yeah.
I just want to pick your brain.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I got a message today with somebody asking me, do you mentor?
Yeah.
And so what are you interested in? What do you want to do?
Yeah. Right.
And so he told me, and I appreciated what he's looking for. And I said, we can schedule half an hour. He says, do you charge? I said, no, not for the first one.
Right. Right. So
because I've gotten where I've gotten because people were willing to reach out and help me.
Well, I love that.
Isn't that the truth?
The reason
and we want to pay it forward.
I love that too. He's got the spirit. I'm tying this all in a nice little bow. It's Christmas season, all right? So in the last job resource management series, I taught a new strategy to the job seekers to basically become authors, to write a book, and to get their informational interviews. They need to reach out to employees at these companies that they want to work for and offer to feature them in the new book that they're writing, okay? Because if they offer a feature in their book, that person is way more likely to give them their time than if they just say, hey, I would like to pick your brain and learn about your company and learn about you and all that kind of stuff. Like when you're being offered a feature, it's exciting. It actually kind of raises the stakes a little bit. It's added value. And so I love that. I think that's great. What's the name of your new book? You just wrote one just came out,
Grappling with the Gray.
Grappling with the Gray.
I like
An
that.
ethical handbook for personal success and business prosperity.
Not gray hair, though.
Well,
the gray matter.
Involve a little bit of that.
Where do they go get that book? Where can they pick that thing up?
Well, it's the best place is to go on my website because they can get an author discount there.
Oh.
Which is my name. You've got it right up there, YonasonGoldson.com.
Okay. Love it, love it. All right. And we had a few mic drop moments. So what I would like to do is go to the audience and let's see if we can give some things away. What did you say before the show? You said you had a couple of giveaways, did you not?
Two coaching sessions.
Ooh, okay.
Excellent.
All right.
Our
Thank
very
you for that.
audience are job seekers primarily, Yonason. And what you have said, guys, the foundation of what Yonason's been talking about is what makes the differentiation that Mark was talking about earlier. It makes a difference.
It does.
What makes you stand out?
And I would think, to tie into that, I would think that, being coached in ethics is a great feature in an interview, right? To bring in that concept to an interview, right? To tie that into your interviewing. And to relate that with your interviewers.
Is there any kind of certification or anything? I mean, I don't know about that stuff, so I'm just asking.
Not in this context, but
okay.
Just following up what Mark said, that I have an article coming out in a couple of weeks in Fast Company that in his business classic Good to Great, Jim Collins says to leaders, you can teach skills, but you can't teach character.
Yes.
Oh.
Boom.
And so what I recommend for people who are seeking jobs is be a person of character. Come in and project your character, your integrity, your sense of ethics. And that will make you stand out in a way.
It really makes you stand out.
The other factors become secondary.
Love it, love it,
We've got so many things flying around technologically and other methodology that we use because of the technology in today's time. What you're talking about makes you stand out even greater, I think.
Yeah, it makes you shine.
There was a time where it was expected of you.
Shine bright. All right, let's go to the audience real quick. Guys, let's get ready. I want you to get in those comments because we got some questions for you. We got 2 coaching sessions to give out right now. Okay, we just had a bunch of mic drop moments. So, we got a question? What do you think?
We need 2 questions.
Where is Yonason from? Where is he from? Put it in the comments right now while I go pick up my mic. I dropped it this way over here.
With us.
Right meow.
Earlier.
Gotta get my mic. I dropped it.
All right, so we got the...
Let me give some shout outs here while we're waiting on them to come in. We got Lori Oken, Meg Rose, Randy Barna. We got Esther. We got Hope. Hey, everybody loves Hope. Paul, loves Hope. How do you say it?
Lagatuda.
Okay.
Lagatuda.
I thought I had that right. David Mills. We got Robin Patterson. How are you? So good to see you. And we got a winner chicken dinner in the house. We'll go to Kathy Byfield. Round of applause.
Kathy Byfield. Hey, Kathy.
She said St. Louis.
The STL.
All right, so Kathy Byfield is our lucky winner. You get a free coaching session with Yonason. And let's see, what's another question that we want to ask?
Preguntas.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, so...
Oh, what is he repenting on? Tell me what Yonason has repented.
That's a good one.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, we talked about it way back earlier. What is Yonason repenting?
What is he
he's repenting
repentant
something. Let's see who else we got with us. We got Christina Pacquiao. We got Ellen O'Brien. Hey, congratulations, Ellen.
Yep.
Ellen is an alumni.
Yeah.
Alicia Fields, how are you? So
Lena
good to
Stutz
see you.
Is with us. Hey, Lena.
Ruthie Elliott, how are you? Yeah, Meg Rose, what is he repentant of? Like, what did he repent? He's repenting something.
I'm curious to see who gets that one.
He needs forgiveness for something. I want to know what that is.
Oh, it's a good one, too, y'all.
There we go. We got it. We got
Pacheco's
lucky winner, Liberty Schaff.
Liberty.
Oh, Liberty down in Kingswood.
Liberty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
I just gave Liberty the commercial. The Liberty. Sorry.
Liberty, you got to tie that into your 10-second commercial some kind of way.
All right. So, guys, congratulations. That is awesome. Yonason, thank you so much for being with us today. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, Yonason, this has been real good, brother.
All the mic drops.
It's been my pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you. Guys, we got to go to a quick break, but don't go anywhere because we got the mystery chair in the house.
Oh, the mystery chair is going to fire up.
At Waldorf University, we are committed to helping you discover a path to success. Our flexible online degree programs give you the freedom you need and deserve. Take the first step and receive 25% off your first course today.
I just wanted to share a quick thank you with the Who You Know team and the area networking groups. I just landed a position with one of my target companies, and as someone who has not been in the role of a job seeker for many years, I was not at all familiar with the process, focusing on target companies and interview strategies, resume techniques, LinkedIn algorithms, and above all, the importance of networking.
So how I got the job I have now is I really used the strategies that the Who You Know network taught me for creating LinkedIn content and networking.
Here to say a big thank you to the Who You Know Job Networking Show. Mark, Trevor, and Foster are doing such great work, and job seekers everywhere are getting great benefit from it.
I was invited to participate in the Career Transition Summit, and it is put on by the Who You Know Network. Within a couple of hours, learned a ton of tricks.
Welcome back to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but
Who you know?
Who you know
Come on,
can
we're
make
in Texas.
all
Do
the
you know
difference.
Callie Miller?
Hey, let me tell you who we know, okay? We got Callie Miller in the house. She's the VP of Client Services with High Profile Staffing. High Profile is a leading staffing firm in Dallas that specializes in placing administrative, accounting, finance, and human resources professionals in contract to hire, and direct hire basis. Welcome, Callie Miller.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Callie
thanks
is
for
rocking
being
that power
here.
chair today, boy.
Hey.
Man, so, all right, so you got to tell me about High Profile because you've been there quite some time, right?
Yeah, coming up on 14 years.
Ooh.
You've been there that long, Callie?
I have grown up there.
Golly.
In the words of Foster, wow.
What'd you do before?
My longest job was half that.
So I went to school full time and was working for a pharmaceutical delivery company as like an office manager.
Where'd you go to school?
Dallas Baptist University.
DBU.
Yes, DBU grad.
Hey.
Hey.
What is it that you like about it? 14 years, wow. Okay, so yeah, you've been there a while. What is it that you like? Like, what's a typical day look like for you? Talk to me about that.
Wow, that's like a loaded question. So there's a lot of things to love about High Profile. I think to summarize it and sum it up, it's all about the leadership and the heart of our organization. I mean, we come to work to change lives. We're in staffing and recruiting. And so for us, it's just about helping others reach their potential. And we legit do that every day, and it starts at the top. So that comes straight down from our CEO and president, Bronwyn Allen, and our team gets to execute that daily, and I work with just amazing people. So
your team is amazing. I've got
amazing.
We have met a lot of those amazing people. Yep.
Yeah, they are truly
amazing.
You guys
team
have
of
done
people.
that. You guys have helped so many people in the network.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
out of the network.
Yeah.
So how long has High Profile been in business?
Over 33 years.
Oh, wow.
33 years. All right, we were talking before the show. There's been some changes, right?
A lot of changes. Hashtag COVID, right? We've all been dealing with the changes. So yeah, since COVID hit, we went remote like most people. I'm sure, everybody's working remote right now or doing some sort of hybrid. And so we made the decision to go 100% remote. Our office lease was up. It was really kind of perfect timing. And so our team is 100% remote now, which has been certainly an adjustment, but something that our team has adjusted to really well. And so we no longer have our actual physical office space.
Okay, so a lot of changes. So how did that work logistically? Did they just move everything out and said, here's your stuff, take it home?
Take the computer home with you.
I wish it was that simple. It was kind of a gradual process, so it wasn't something that we went into, everybody got hit with COVID that week and we're all Everybody just kind of went into that mode of, okay, we're working remote, we're home now. And so we did that, for the first few months. And then as this continued to progress and we saw that really things weren't changing and there were still the restrictions and being in the office just really wasn't feasible and you're not really meeting people in person and being in person is so challenging, that's when we started moving in that direction. So making the necessary, calls and changes to get things moved out of our office and get stuff donated and moved out and moved to storage and, just all the different things that come into that. Because, it was an office that we had been in for over 30 years. So there was a lot of stuff.
When I first met Bronwyn, you guys were in that same place.
Yeah, so it's been a long time.
So did that change as far as, now let's say you're hiring, right? High Profile is certainly hiring for their own company. Those are going to be posted as remote positions now?
Remote positions. So when folks are, working for us, we certainly will be meeting in person and, we'll get together and have team activities in person when, permitted and when it's a good time to do it for everybody. Everyone feels safe. But as far as, for what we do and the clients that we partner with, we can do our jobs remotely. We can meet candidates and connect with them at Starbucks or, coffee shop or over lunch or what have you, or over Zoom, Teams.
Are you Zoom burnt?
I'm not totally burnt, but a lot of Zoom.
I'll tell you what. Zoom's off the hook, but man, when you having 3-4 Zoom meetings a day.
That's me. That's my world, and I still love Zoom. Something wrong with me.
You get Zoom burnt. Look at Mark's face. He's like, yeah.
What I do is my calling, so I don't count.
Yeah, Mark is.
But have y'all found that? Now it's kind of odd to just be on a phone call with someone.
Yeah, no, I can't.
I want to
phone call.
a phone call. Yeah, turn your camera on.
No,
I want to see you.
Can I schedule a call with you? No. You better Zoom me. No, it's phone call.
Or send me a link.
Phone is dead, man. The phone is dead.
Yes.
It really is like an actual phone call. It's dead.
Since you guys need some meeting spaces or whatever, like if you actually do have to have a meeting, now you've got probably a pretty good case to build of why you need a Cowboys Club membership.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. This is pretty snazzy.
I know a place.
Kelly, I got a question.
Yes.
With your clients, are the jobs coming back?
Yes, the jobs are there. Now, definitely it's, this has been a tough year for many companies. There's been a lot of furloughs and layoffs, and some companies have been slower to hire, but the opportunities are out there. I think it kind of I could hit on several of the things that you all commented on earlier in the first segment, just about being a differentiator, setting yourself apart, standing out from the crowd, and really being creative with your search because the competition is fierce. We're very fortunate to be for those who are in the DFW Metroplex, to be in an environment where there's a lot of growth here still. And I think that our economy locally is doing fairly well, relatively speaking.
Yeah, because everybody's leaving other places.
Exactly.
They're like, forget New York, I'm out. See you later, California.
Come
on into Texas.
New York's coming, Idaho's coming.
Yep, everybody's coming here.
Colorado, I've seen it all,
And I'm like, looky here, okay.
Chicago's already here. Chicago's already here. Doug, Lori, come on down. Weather's better down here.
Yeah, all the Chicagoans.
Yeah.
All of y'all Chicagoans.
Lori, we'll let you wear that hat down here. It's okay.
Hey, question. What do you think is the biggest challenge in recruiting today?
For
recruiting, what's the thing that they're doing wrong? The recruiting professionals.
That's a good question.
I think the lack of follow-up and communication is just, you hear that constantly. We hear that from candidates. Communication, folks. It's critical.
Mic drop.
It's very important that we communicate, and the way that we communicate and the timing of it and our tone and all of these things, it's really important. And I think so many recruiters and hiring managers, it's sad but true, but they don't take the time to follow up and communicate and kind of explain the process and really help people understand. Because, hey, let's face it, they post a rec, they get hundreds of applications, they're inundated, and they don't have time for it. However,
are there systems in place that provide some automation that allow that process? Because I think a lot of times you could alleviate some of that pain if you put a process in place that can explain the process, right, to the candidate so that they're aware of kind of what's going on. They're not in the dark. They're not feeling like they're being ghosted. They don't feel like all of that. Are there any tools or automation tools that you guys use?
There are. There's some things that we're currently implementing and looking into. We have a very high-touch, personalized approach.
You guys do, yeah.
So we really make every effort to follow up with every candidate in some way, shape, or form, whether that's through email, by providing additional resources if we aren't the best firm to assist them, but then really just having one-on-one conversations, be it through Zoom or by phone, to really talk through and understand what each, because it's a very, let's face it, you're looking for a job. I mean, that's your job, your career, your compensation. It's very personal. It's not just a one-size-fits-all. Because, again, we're a staffing firm, so we're recruiting for multiple clients, multiple environments. But for the corporate companies, yes, I know a lot of them have the automated processes, and I think that there's kind of a double-edged sword on that. Because let's face it, we can all, we all know when we're being responded to by a robot and how that feels, and it can feel very empty and very misleading as well. So I think there's a fine balance.
What about personalized automation?
Yes, and that does exist.
It does exist.
It does.
So I have a question for the audience, actually. The audience knows we talk about BombBomb all the time, and I know we have a lot of BombBomb users. And what BombBomb allows you to do is incorporate a video into your email so that you could actually create an email campaign with a short video in it. You could make evergreen videos that can be used over and over and over again, right? And then every once in a while, through that process, you can add in that personalized video. You could get in there so it feels like the whole process feels customized and feels personal to the candidate. I think that would be a really good system for the recruiters.
Absolutely.
It would just feel good. Like on the other side, I can imagine being a job seeker and getting that email, and there's a video face-to-face,
a
human in there, not a canned email with black and white text.
Exactly.
You can smell those a mile away, right?
Yes.
But when you have a video in there, it's like, okay, well, there's a real person
that took the time to record the video and say my name.
Took the time, and it actually saves time because you don't have to pick up the phone, you don't have to schedule a Zoom. You could actually give the feedback. You could do things like that in real time. What I think would be pretty cool.
And I think that helps because to the recipient, it becomes very uplifting, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this person's taking the time to do all this for me, to communicate, and it builds the relationship. One of the things that we had talked in a prior interview with you, I think on a previous show, you had talked about how you guys actually, high profile takes the time to build a relationship with their clients, right? With the candidates, and that you'll have opportunities where if you can, you'll try to give feedback and do things like that for the people that you have coming through. And I know it's not easy to do all the time, but what else sets high profile apart from some of the other agencies that are out there, right? I mean, there's a lot of other groups out there.
Sure.
Is it exclusive opportunities, or what other things set you apart?
I think the fact that our firm, a lot of firms do, but they specialize in certain areas. We specialize in those 3 areas: administrative, accounting, finance, and human resources. Those are our 3 areas of expertise. Those are the opportunities and that we're focused on as an organization.
Okay.
So we're targeting companies that are hiring in those areas.
So right now, in the comments, guys, if you're in accounting,
human resources,
HR,
or administrative support. So if you're an executive assistant, an administrative assistant, an office manager, a receptionist, those are the types of candidates that we put.
Comments right now. Put hashtag HR, right? Yes. I want you to get in those comments. Tell us what you do, because we want to hear from you.
Yes.
That's why Callie's here.
That's right. We'd love to help you.
And if you know people in your network that are looking for that, we know a ton. I mean, there's a ton in our network.
Yeah,
administrative professionals, executive assistants, things like that. Tag them.
Tag them in there.
What do you think is the biggest mistake that companies are making right now? What do you think they're doing wrong?
Gosh, that's a really great question.
There's a lot of answers to that one.
There are a lot of answers
Job
to that.
seekers, what do you think the biggest mistake companies are making right now on your end? Because this is all about empathy, so I want to be in your shoes for a second. What do you feel like the biggest mistake is? Tell me that in the comments.
So I would say, there are a few things, but I think something that we are seeing more and more of are the assessments that companies utilize.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to call anybody name, but the personality ones and the ones, and they just completely discount candidates because they don't have the right results and they don't pass.
Yeah.
And these tests really are not intended for that, and that's the tricky part. They have these advisors
like a disc
that come
assessment
in
and tells me I'm a
DEI,
DEI, whatever, DIC, and
which you may be.
Elemental P.
Right.
Like, so what?
Yes.
Can I do the job?
We had that come up actually in our last summit on Monday. They were talking about, or maybe it was Coach's Corner, they were talking about a cognitive test. Are you hearing about those?
We've seen those, yes, and then we see all of the ones, and there's so many out there. The Culture Index, the Predictive Index, the DISC assessment, the Myers-Briggs. There's numerous.
There are numerous ones,
there's so many, and certainly we align with all of our clients' hiring processes, and I personally do see the value in those assessments. That there is a lot to be said. There's a lot of accuracy in them. There's a lot of telling information potentially to help you understand who a person is and kind of bringing their whole self to work. Because it's not just about the resume, it's not just about the experience, it's really about the personality and culture fit.
The person
and
that you're hiring.
are you going to assimilate well in an environment? So there are a lot of, pieces to it that makes it the art and science of recruiting and staffing. However, I do feel like there are certain companies that really hone into those results, and that's
a crutch.
It's a big crutch, and it's like, well, but this person is like your person. You should hire them. So we do see that happen on occasion, and I hear about that a lot, even outside of the clients that we serve, where people will say or comment, about, I had to take all these assessments and I didn't get the job, I wasn't selected, I didn't fit the profile.
So I got some answers come in on that question about like the mistake companies are making. So Carolyn says, never hearing back from recruiters or companies about positions you apply for. Ghosting.
The ghosting, yes.
We've got.
They call the candidates and then they ghost them.
Yeah. Jason says, using the applicant tracking system, using the ATS. Liberty says, generic job posts. That's
a big one.
Yeah. Like, tell me, what do you want me to do? Like,
DOD, you got to stop that, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Agreed.
awesome. Yeah, I would think that, oh man, there's a bunch of great comments
and I
coming
bet
in
a lot of it, in my opinion, I haven't looked at them yet, but ties to communication. I think the fact that people don't follow up and follow through, and I think it's a give and take. I think as a job seeker, it's communicating, it's following up, it's sending the thank you note, sending the email, checking in. You mentioned not that we all need to get treat baskets, and that's certainly not what I'm, I mean, I don't mind treats, but that's not really what it's about. But I can tell you, those are the people who stand out, the people who take the time to send a nice card. So many people don't. I mean, I've received during this time of the number of people I've connected with through COVID, 2 handwritten notes. And I've connected with a lot of different people, and so is our team. So, it's very telling that there's a very small percentage of people who actually take the time to follow up or to do something to give back and to help serve like all the things y'all were talking about earlier. Very few people do that. So, and then they get hung up because no one's responding to them or no one's following up, and it's kind of that get what you give.
Yeah, so. Golden rule.
Yes.
Yeah.
The stress of not having a job brings a lot of stuff out in a lot of people.
It does, and I think that with that, and we see that all the time. When we lose our jobs, that's a big deal. It's your livelihood. It's how you support your family. It's how you eat. It's a lot of things. But you have to take a step back from that, take a deep breath, and process, and really try to figure out a way that you can help somebody else out. Because if you just internalize it and focus on yourself, it's not a very good situation.
It's like quicksand. Is
it
the way
is.
it feels.
You just get sucked in.
You feel like you're in quicksand. Anybody feel like they're in quicksand in the comments? Anybody? Hey, it's okay. Look, I'm here to pull you out, okay?
Right.
I'm here to lend you a hand and get you out of that quicksand, right? Because I know it feels that way. I know it does. Okay, so you think on both sides, like with the job seekers, it's the follow-up, it's the communication. I got a lot of people sounding out talking about bomb. What about video follow-up? Have you ever had somebody send you a video follow-up email? You've had that?
A candidate?
No. You've never had that?
No.
Shame on you.
Nope.
Job seekers, shame on you.
That, huh?
I haven't had that. Now, granted, my role is, I talk to many different, candidates and referrals and such, but my role is more client-facing now.
Right.
I was a recruiter for 8 years at High Profile, so, but it's very rare for me to see that. And that's a good question for me to ask the team if they are seeing video. Typically, what we're seeing is a lot more emails and the phone calls. They directly call into our office. They might use our chat bot that we have to initially connect, but then from there's not a whole lot of that. And maybe, I don't know if that's maybe specific to the types of positions we fill, if maybe that's just something that those candidates haven't explored yet.
What are some, all right, we're getting a little deeper now, and I like this because it doesn't sound like people are doing things to stand out. They're calling, they're emailing, they're using the chat. None of those things really, to me, stand out.
Mm-mm.
What are some of the things that you're seeing people are doing to make themselves stand out then?
Well, I think,
good question.
It's a great question. I'm part of Dallas HR, and we've been hosting these different happy hours and meeting with different candidates. And you gave a shout out to Rebecca Zetz earlier. I was like, oh my gosh! I sent her a message over there. I was like, oh my gosh, congratulations, you landed.
Rebecca's awesome.
But she's a great example of someone who really set herself apart. She showed up. She knew she knows who she is, where she wants to be, and now she's landed in a relatively short, time frame. I know she put a lot of effort in. But what I love about her is her passion and excitement to help others, to help other teachers who are trying to make that leap and transition, and how she's dedicated to doing that. So the whole while she's communicating her message and what she's needing and wanting, she's saying, hey, this is what I can do to help. Let me share with you what I've learned and what I'm doing.
Patty Bashy, are you listening? She's talking about you.
Yeah, it's like the adding value. And I think that's the one part that oftentimes, again, going back to the quick stand, and it's not to beat a dead horse, but it's just I think we're humans and we get caught up and we're focused on ourselves. And we're thinking, well, I've got to find a job. I've got to, pay my bills and pay my mortgage and all these things. And when really we should go into an environment of like, okay, how can I give back to 3 people? How can I help someone? How can I follow up from this encounter and just connect directly with 3 people? Not to ask them to pick their brain, not to ask them for a job, but just to follow up and say, hey, thanks for what you shared. That was so great. I wanted to share XYZ resource because you were talking about this. And I think that's where the magic happens, because then now you've made a personal connection and now people are really willing to engage with you. And then they really want to help you.
I love that, and yes, big shout out to Rebecca Zetz. So
yes.
I've got a testimonial that came from her. She landed, and I congratulated her. She said, "Thank you so much. It was all made possible because of your show." And I just asked her, "Really? How so?" And she said, "Your show inspired me to make videos on LinkedIn as content creation. It really got my name out there. It helped me fine-tune my networking by sending video requests to other professionals." And that's how it all came about. So, guys, you're hearing it here. This stuff works. It does make you stand out. Come to the Who You Know Summit, and I'll teach you. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, you're like, videos and what, huh? Like, come through the Who You Know Summit, and I'm going to teach you this stuff because it really does work. Are there any open roles that you want to plug right now? Anything specific?
So just go to our website, highprofilestaffing.com. You can click on our current openings. We don't post everything we're working on just simply because it changes so frequently, but we are constantly putting opportunities out there. We try to stay away from the what do you call them earlier? You call them the posts that, just to try to bring people in. We really don't try to put those out there. The blank post where it's just a, grabber of all.
Generic.
Yeah, we really try to stay away from those. We really just try to post the ones that we really want to recruit for and really work our network and identify folks. So check that out because that'd be where you find it. Another thing we're excited that we launched this year was our talent showcase. So we've started kind of doing the reverse where we're actually showcasing the talent that we serve.
Nice.
So we've got candidate profiles on our website where we sell and market to our clients that way.
Proactive.
To be more proactive, exactly.
Whoa! Give a mic drop on that.
So are they doing, how are you marketing them? Like, or is it with a video, or is it like a video profile or
Not
how
video.
is it?
Yep. So it's right now it's just a profile that's out there with a logoed icon, for the candidate and based on their area of expertise, whether it's admin, accounting, or HR, and then we have some bullet points about their expertise. So it's more of a tee up to make a conversation and to help us as we're interfacing with clients. So we have some specific marketing and emails and such that go to our clients, promoting certain talent each month. And sharing, hey, check out these profiles.
These are the hot
you may want to click around because you may see us, and we've seen a lot of clients be very responsive to that because and then it's like, oh, well, we do need someone, or they see something specific about a profile and it gets them thinking. So that's something that we are offering to our candidates and doing as a way to just, again, extra marketing behind the scenes.
Awesome.
It doesn't have their names out there. It's not putting all their information out there. It's just some quick information, hopefully get some bites.
You've got an event coming up?
We do. So we were talking about earlier about communication. So we are so excited that on Thursday, December 17th at 11:30 a.m., we have Kim Zoller from ID360, and she is amazing. She is going to be doing a segment she's so amazing, about communicating these crucial conversations, these critical conversations we have to have. We've all had to have uncomfortable conversations, whether it's at work, during the interview, your own families, whatever it may be. So it really, this topic is for everyone and anyone, and she's going to be giving some really good practical advice and tips on ways to navigate those critical conversations. And
like the awkward ones.
No, the awkward
ones where it's like Christmas and you had to get around your family.
Yes.
Those ones.
All those.
I'm just kidding.
And the work conversations. You have to get on COVID.
Family.
You have to get around so and so. All those things. But really, just any critical conversation. I mean, this could be things that you might have to apply to a compensation conversation. Maybe you're talking about a difficult situation. Maybe you were let go from your last job and it's a tough one to address, but it's a story. But it's tough for you. There are a lot of different reasons.
Gaps in your employment.
Gaps in your employment.
Maybe you're negotiating the employment, like actually going back and forth, and that might be
that can be
awkward.
stressful.
That can be
very stressful.
Yeah.
And so this will help equip you with some tools and ideas and ways to have more confidence in navigating those conversations and really being able to interface with folks.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, Callie, do you guys ever hire attorneys? Have any of your clients ever asked you?
Not for attorneys. We have had requests for legal admins and folks that would support a legal team.
Okay, yeah.
But in terms of the legal, no, we have not placed the actual attorney.
My little sister, she's not really, we got the same last name, Kim Williams, who was actually on this show a long time ago, she works for McGuire Woods. You guys hear that? McGuire Woods. And they are looking to hire a number of attorneys right now.
Ah, that's good to know.
So we've had a bunch of mic drop moments, and we're running out of time. So we need to go to the audience, and let's give away some stuff. How about that? Let's have some fun. So before we do that, I want you to go ahead and hit that share button, y'all. Hit that share button.
Meg Rose wrote awkward turkey.
Awkward turkey.
Awkward turkey.
Yeah, that's always fun. All right, so go ahead and hit that share button, guys. Sharing is caring. Just saying. Let's have a question. We want to ask the audience.
Oh, I got a good one.
What you got?
What school did she go to?
Oh, I don't even know that.
She said it.
I said
it.
Well,
I said it.
You know.
Yep.
We've said a lot. We've said a lot.
What college did Callie Miller go to, you guys?
Yeah.
Somebody heard it.
And while we're waiting, I'm going to give some shout outs.
You can't tell it. You don't. You matter, but you don't matter.
We got Chris Cornell in the house, Meg Rose, our hype lady, Lori Oken. We got Doug Ellebrock. We got Scott Harris. Good to see you, Jeff.
Doug, you're right.
Huggins. Hope Mengita.
Ellen O'Brien is on, and Ellen, congratulations again.
Hey, Ellen.
Congrats to you.
Natasha in New York is with us.
Donuts for Ellen.
Moncherie.
Oh, there's Bronwyn.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah,
Hey, Bronwyn.
She said, great insights, y'all.
All right, so I think we got the winner. The first one that I see is Natasha.
Is it Natasha?
Natasha says DBU.
Yeah.
Yes, Natasha, that's right.
DBU.
Hey, Natasha.
Natasha, that's why I asked that question, because I knew I was going to.
And she's an HR director.
Yes,
so, yeah, so Natasha, and hopefully this is right, Moncherie?
Moncherie.
Hey.
Nice.
What do we got?
A little high-profile swag bag I'm going to hook her up with.
Right.
So I'll connect with you.
Swag.
Yes.
Hey, we like swag around here.
Yes.
Just saying, we like swag.
Natasha,
Hey,
connect
Bronwyn.
with Callie and a couple of other folks that Callie will suggest that you connect to in her company.
Yes.
Honestly.
Josh Ferris says School of Hard Knocks.
I love Josh. You guys know that Josh is going to throw a Christmas party?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. He
Josh,
asked if you can come.
Yes.
So he's in the comments.
All right,
Josh Ferris.
All right, Josh. Sounds like fun.
Josh, I owe you a call. He called me. I was busy. Sorry, bro. I got you. I got like 80,000 calls I got to get back to. So, but you know, I got you.
All
okay?
right.
All right.
Is it one? Yep. All right.
Yeah. Guys, that's the show. It's all about.
What's it about?
Who you know.
No, Callie Miller.
We are a staffing company. We find jobs for people in the Dallas area, and we find jobs either in accounting and finance, human resources, or administrative support. and we place them in some of the finest companies in the Dallas area, both on a temporary basis and on a full-time basis. We truly care about each person that we're working with. It's very important to us that not only are we helping them find their next step in their career, but that we can be a resource to them, and that we're placing them somewhere that they absolutely love working, where they can grow, and that they can reach their potential.
As a busy HR director, high-profile staffing has taken the burden off of my plate and has given me tremendous peace of mind. They know recruiting. They embrace the importance of thorough background screening to ensure that they are providing the most qualified candidate to meet your needs.
It's because of them that I'm actually in my dream job right now. They go above and beyond in understanding the qualifications and understanding the culture of the companies. And then from the candidate side, understanding what I wanted as a candidate, not just giving me any type of positions, but really going out and seeking those positions that I wanted to be.
The quality of the talent that they provide is superior to other firms in the Dallas-Fort Worth market.
We started our Good Works program back in 2008, and that's our community outreach program where we're committed to giving back to the community on an ongoing basis. And since 2008, we've given back over $215,000 to 85 different charities here locally. Whether you're a growing company who needs to get things right the first time or an individual looking to make informed career choices, High Profile could be the best call you'll make.
Trevor Houston here, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the Who You Know Job Networking Show. We hope you've been inspired, encouraged, educated, and entertained all at the same time. For information on our different events, workshops, partners, or partnership opportunities available, check out whoyouknow.show for more details. And be on the lookout for our new mobile app coming soon. You never know how this show could help someone you know? And if we've made an impact or put a smile on your face today, don't forget to hit that share button on your way out. Until next week, it's all about Who You Know. Bye!